Professor André Uitterlinden. I'm a professor in complex genetics at Erasmus Medical Center, located in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And I've been there since the mid-90s doing research on identifying genetic factors for diseases, complex diseases. Yeah, the Genome of Europe, and we are the coordinator of that, coordinating the effort with many European countries. It is a project aimed at sequencing 100,000 whole genomes, capturing the genetic diversity across the European continent. And we want to achieve that within about 4 years by about 51 institutes, and more than 30 countries are participating right now. That includes members of the European Union, but also countries outside of that. That's why we do this on a European level, because we can help each other. So for example, in the Netherlands there are also German people living there. So we also need in the Netherlands German reference data. And the same holds true for Germany. If we would only do the national genome programs, then each country had to generate reference data for each of those subgroups living in the country. So by doing this on a European scale, we can save on the number of genomes we have to sequence, rather than doing this in individual countries. But I think science is a global game. We need each other and we should not reinvent wheels in each country. One thing we are doing in the project is we allow several sequencing centers to contribute data. For example, compared to Genomics England, where there was one lab doing all the sequencing for the whole country, we are not doing that in this project. And the reason for that is, well, first of all, we recognize we really need the help of several countries to make all the data be created. And also we think it is important, after this project is finished, we want to implement genetic information in healthcare and prevention. And then of course you need infrastructure, you need knowledge and experience. So it is very good for each individual country to do it themselves, rather than to have to send all the samples to one lab. So this project is also a learning curve for them, and that will help their countries locally to set up such an infrastructure to make use of genetic data in their healthcare system. We realize in the global scene we are late in Europe to do this. The advantage of that is that we can make use of the latest machinery and the latest technology. We want to make a combination of short-read whole genome sequencing and long-read whole genome sequencing, and also create some T2T genomes, PAN genomes, which are a combination of all the sequencing technologies, to create the best possible reference genomes, which are as complete as possible and also as representative as possible of the European population. Also, because we have several sequencing centers in several countries, we will be technology agnostic, meaning you as a country will be the decision maker about what technology you will use. And my job as a coordinator is to bring that all together. Well, we use the G400 for a few projects. I know several countries have chosen for MGI technology, and that can be the G400 or the T. In Europe we have several population screening programs, for example on breast cancer. And now the women, if they are age 50 or older, they are called upon to participate in such a screening program. And there are trials already going on there to first do a genetic test using a polygenic risk score for breast cancer. So by using genetic information, and this is just an example, for cancer screening or for example for screening for familial hypercholesterolemia, I think those will be the first applications where data from the Genome of Europe will be of use, because all those genetic screens have to be targeted and customized to the local population, because we know we differ so much. And if you want to implement genetic information in healthcare, you have to take account of those differences. So that's where the reference genome project comes in. That's important for that. And that the application of that in the healthcare system will be the next step.